Hello world, my name is Paige Whalen. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to be saying or how this is going to go about, but God has put this on my heart for quite some time now, and I've definitely let fear keep me from sharing my testimony and sharing what He's doing through my life. But I really feel like I'm called to share that with everyone. He's not just doing it to give me a great life and letting me explore. He's wanting to work through me so that I can be a light to you guys, and keeping it to myself is unfair, I feel. Because I want everyone to be able to experience what I'm experiencing, and I just have to keep reminding myself that it's not about me. So I already know I'm gonna look like a ding dong more times than I would like to, but that's just part of being genuine, and that is what I'm striving to be. So I guess I will start with my most recent, will be my most recent journey. I went to Australia probably about 2 years ago with my cousins Brooke and Kelsey and a good friend of mine, Creighton, and great time. Probably a little more great than we should have had. And after that, for whatever reason, Africa was on my heart. I would be talking to someone and would find myself randomly saying, "Oh yeah, I really want to go to Africa." And I just kind of take a step back and like, why do I want to go to Africa? I know absolutely nothing about Africa. And that kind of just went on for a while. Nothing came about of it. And I was leaving class one day. I got a text from one of my teachers that I actually had a summer journey with, that I'll talk about that sometime later. And she texted me and said, "Hey, get to the library in 5 minutes." Usually I have to nanny right after class, so that wouldn't have been a possibility, but for whatever reason, thank God, I didn't have to nanny until an hour later, so I had the perfect time span. So I go into the library, and I meet this woman named Margie, and she starts telling me a little bit about her story, about Gospel Link, and how she works in Zambia now. So I sit down and listen to her presentation. She was a doctor from Grand Island. She traveled to Zambia and absolutely fell in love with the village. She just knew that's where her heart was, so she resituated her life from Grand Island and has now moved to Zambia, which is where she resides, and provides medical care to them. So we got to talking, and I was like, yeah, that'd be so awesome. Like, I definitely want to go to Africa. And that's obviously an awesome reason to be going, and it's through Gospel Link, so, I mean, there wasn't really any reason why I wouldn't have gone. So I continue to talk to her. I'm touching base with her on Facebook, and I find out how much the plane tickets are. The plane tickets alone are like $2,000. So that was a little bit of a like, all right, Paige, let's take it back a notch. Let's think about this. And right when I started doing that, I just had to remind myself, zoom out, Paige. Like, seriously, take a second and zoom out. And just remind myself that I am not great enough or powerful enough, or honestly, I couldn't even have conceived of it myself. The fact that how I would meet her at the perfect timing, in the perfect place, in the perfect way, and to stay into contact with her, and on such short notice. I think it said that I needed to know within 40 days, and I will be leaving in like a week and a half. So thank you, Gospel Link people, also for being so patient with me and my decision making, which should not have been a decision, which is the conclusion that I came to, that it did not come from me, it came from God. And I needed to trust the process and stop trying to control and manipulate and figure out all the steps and the plan, and instead just trying to take the next right step. So I decided to buy the ticket, and it felt right. I felt that peace in my soul, and I know that that comes from God's voice, and so I was content. I had the funds because I had been working. I didn't really know how that would affect future funding for other situations that I might need it for, but that wasn't my concern at the moment. So probably about a week after that, I go to the movies with my family, and we meet one of our old neighbors, Georgie. super, super sweet lady. And she starts asking me just like how life's going, and we get into it, and I start telling her about my trips, which I'm also going to Haiti. And she was just so excited for me and wanted to know more, and she started asking me about funding, and I told her that I didn't have any. I just worked really hard, and I really didn't spend my money on much. And she was instantly like, no, we are funding you, like, we're so excited, we would love to fund you, the fact that you're going there, and just, she is amazing. And so that was, wow, that really took me off guard. I wasn't expecting that, but I still don't think that I gave God the glory right then. I think I just was like, wow, that's awesome, like, you are so sweet, Georgie. And then probably a week after that, I was leaving church on Wednesday, and my Aunt Gail came up to me and goes, so I have something weird to tell you. And I was like, yeah. She goes, someone anonymously got a hold of my mom and had heard about you and heard about your trips that you're going on, and they want to fund you. And that just, right then, that's when it clicked. Like, wow, I almost didn't do this because I was afraid of the funding. And God's just like, Paige, I got you. Like, I've had you. I will always have you. And you really need to stop worrying about things because that does not do anything for you. So the one reason that I almost didn't go was because of the funding. And that is the thing that He's blessed me with over and over. So, yeah, I'm going to Africa, and I'm very excited, and I'm excited to share that with all of you guys. I will be leaving November 29th, and I'll be back here in Kearney, Nebraska on the... I'm really not sure. I should really get my dates together. And then I'll stay for Christmas, and I will be leaving for Haiti, actually, on December 27th, and then I'll be back January 7th, the day before school starts. And my heart is in Haiti. I am also very excited to go back. I went to Haiti this last summer, unintentionally, I would say. And I'm so blessed to be able to go back. And I'm excited to keep you guys updated. And I feel like I've been talking to myself for a while now, so I'm going to press pause and watch this and then keep talking. So it has been really great to finally start. I feel like I can take a big breath because I have no idea why I'm supposed to be recording myself, and it feels really goofy and weird, but I'm hoping to inspire you through the testimony that God is working through me, and I really hope that it resonates with you.